female, gentlemen, oh, bitty old baby, do I have a rabbit hole for you. For those of you that are unaware of what's been going on, you are just like me. I am also unaware of what is going on. Apparently, this is a massive story that took the internet by storm, and I completely missed it because I was too busy, you know, watching Adventure Time like any normal, fully functional adult that's totally not autistic or on the spectrum in any way. So, Nick Crowley dropped a video titled SmartSchoolBoy9, an internet rabbit hole. This got so big, everyone's been covering it. Mudahar covered it, Turkey Tom covered it, and I don't really know anything about it. But I do know I love me some holes. No, that's not how the expression goes. I do love me some rabbit holes. I like lore, and this right here is internet lore. As a consumer of all lore, I have to do my part and consume this one. Let's see what it's all about. Oh god. Oh god.
For my production.
What the? Why did it skip 2 minutes in? Dude, I hate the hotkeys. You hit the number 2 and it just goes randomly in the video. I do not condone harassment of any kind. The following video contains scenes that may be unsettling. Uh-oh. Oh god, where are we going?
Pretending to be kids. I came across a reel randomly, and it's led me down this weird rabbit hole of people using AI or dressing up pretending to
Wait, is he talking about people pretending to be kids? It's like, bro, this is just like EDP starts his video like that. God, I hate when people pretend to be kids online. Then I just want to go and eat a cupcake with them.
Go to school. They all seem to have high heels, check images in them.
What?
Is this an age play thing or something more sinister? Literally anything helps as I keep trying to look for answers.
What?
This post was made to the subreddit r/Instagram by the user numerouscut792 on April 15th, 2024. It featured screenshots of 3 bizarre-looking Instagram pages they had encountered earlier that day, with OP expressing concern that something truly disturbing was happening with these users.
I don't know, bro. If Instagram is feeding you this algorithm, like it's feeding you people dressed as children, then that might be a you problem, my brother. Listen, I don't have an Instagram. I don't go on Instagram. I avoid social media like the plague unless I'm, you know, having fun and making content. But, bruh.
And those in the thread agreed. What the actual fuck? Found all of them and blocked them all.
What?
Truthsticks11 is seriously creepy to me. I've been trying to find more about them, but can hardly find anything. Very weird account to say the least. The 3 accounts apparently belong to 3 different children. However, when combing through their posts, the content seems to imply something much more bizarre was afoot.
No fucking way someone made some ARG horror story, like one of those fake video games, like the Pets Cops and all those fake video game ARG Mandela catalog shit, but like with Instagram accounts of children. There's no fucking way that someone actually made a rabbit hole like this.
Something truly disturbing. This post would be the start of a story that would eventually be picked up and shared all across the online world, becoming one of the more
And then there's me, who never heard of it because he's too busy watching Adventure Time.
Notorious internet mysteries in recent memory, as these accounts revealed an unending rabbit hole that is still being traversed to this very day. In an ongoing investigation.
Why did I decide to do this? I should stick to freaking Warhammer lore. Listen, I like consuming lore. Why did I...
to one of the most depraved oddities ever found on Instagram. This is the emerging story of SmartSchoolBoy9.
Oh shit.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, let's go. Stop saying pedo lore in chat. No, I don't think this is about a pedophile. I mean, who knows at this point? Alright, an internet rabbit hole. I do love me some internet lore.
We'll return after these messages.
Oh god, I've never been so happy for a sponsored segment of my life! Oh. Alright, Truthsticks11.
Beautiful boy, an account looked after by me, a degree-educated mother choosing to stay anonymous. This was the bio of the first account pictured in the Reddit post. An account
who titles themselves a beautiful boy? This isn't kosher!
Named Truthsticks11, which was said to be operated by a 12-year-old boy and his mother. Back in October of
12-year-old boy and his mother. Only one follower that you recognize. Dr. Kid Inspect.
2021, the duo would make their very first post, kicking things off on a somewhat concerning note. Though not for their own page, but instead another account on the platform.
So, that's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
The video was created
What the fuck?
and posted by the mother for the sole purpose of warning others of a specific user who had been posing as a child online when in actuality he was a grown man who did this in order to get close to and exploit other children across the platform.
Oh my god, this is actual pedo lore. I thought this was some internet rabbit hole, not some... Oh, this is fucking awful.
It's the grim reality of this online world, as predators will do just about anything to get closer to children, and it's a reality often unrealized or even ignored by parents, which makes it almost—
I think parents don't realize. I think parents, honest to God, do not realize how fucking degenerate people are online. People think that you give your child a phone and a computer and they'll let them have a good time. Let them have fun. Okay, they're playing Roblox. They're just playing Roblox. I don't think people realize how awful this is. You don't understand. I told someone that I saw their kid watching Mr. Beast, and I said, you know Mr. Beast's employee is a registered pedophile? They looked at me like shocked out of their mind. Like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, that doesn't even sound like reality, you know? I think parents are just completely oblivious to this shit.
Most refreshing that this mother was out here trying to raise awareness. These posts would become the crux of the account early on. They would call out this user and their many accounts again and again, eventually going more in depth about what this person would actually do, claiming that they had a strange perversion to dressing up as a young schoolboy.
Oh god.
Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. This theme of calling out online predators would remain consistent throughout the years on TruthSticks11.
Wait, so is this like a predator catcher Instagram account? Like, dude is making believe he's a kid to find predators to expose them? Because if so, that's a whole other ass story. Still creepy, but I don't know.
However, after some time, the mother behind the account began to use the page for its initially intended purpose, to share photos of her son.
That's such a bad idea. Wait, so a predator catching account decided to post pictures of their actual child? What the fuck? They're dangling meat in front of wild animals. What the fuck?
The photos began reasonably normal, and would show this young boy studying at school, accepting awards from their principal, and even school presentations in which their son had
Chat's being like, just wait, bro.
attended, with the captions often boasting about how intelligent the young boy was. Though over time, the photos began to grow stranger.
Ew. What the fuck? Bro, this is a rabbit hole. This is a rabbit hole. What is with these creepy doll-like lips? This isn't a real person.
They looked off, almost as if they were AI generated.
Yeah.
And on top of this, they began to appear heavily edited in an almost inexplicable manner, with deep red lipstick often being added,
Is this a fetish thing? Ain't no way.
which was enunciated by his face being
That's
turned
disgusting.
pure white.
Oh, this is disgusting.
This unsettling trend would continue from here, as with each passing post, the photos grew less authentic and more surreal.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a person, right? That looks like a doll. Dude. Okay, this is a rabbit hole. This is a rabbit hole!
Until they became straight up disturbed. Even
What the fuck?
sickening. These bizarre edits spilled over past just the images too, as the posts began to appear as disjointed collages, often showcasing multiple grotesque images and paragraphs about how much this user loved school. And this wasn't the only shift either. At some
This does seem like
point-
some sort of ARG horror experiment, right? It doesn't at all seem like a real person.
the son behind the account began posting content that allegedly came directly from him, saying things like, "My really cool mom asked me if I'd like to post, and I said, yes please."
Uh-oh.
He even shared supposed videos that he had filmed of himself, which were equally as unconvincing as his photos, and somehow even more chilling.
What? Yeah, just me and Draco Malfoy Joker vibing over here.
The boy even
This is some uncanny valley horror shit.
shows off his singing in one of the clips.
That looks like AI for sure.
Though their voice
Thanks! I hate it so much! Why would there be a pedophile analog horror?
sounds off.
Yeah, you don't say, sir.
The
Damn.
account was overall anomalous and extremely off-putting.
Wait! This whole story? Dude has 17 followers on Instagram after all this shit?
The account was overall anomalous and extremely off-putting. And though this content was visually alarming, another aspect made it even more so concerning, as over time, many of the images began to resemble CP, showcasing these fake AI children in explicit positions, with their
What the fuck?
faces sometimes even being photoshopped
Please don't show that shit, Nick. Please.
onto scantily dressed adult bodies. One thing is blatantly obvious about the TruthSticks account. The supposed child behind it is not real.
No shit, Sherlock!
Even in the more passable photos at the very beginning, there's evidence to suggest that these were likely AI as well. And based on the disturbed, borderline illegal content that this page featured, it seemed more than likely that whoever was behind this page was not an innocent mother concerned for the welfare of other children.
Damn, you don't say, this is like, that's some science shit. No shot. I love how people in my chat are like, hope you're doing well. Like, God, I picked the worst fucking rabbit hole to go down.
But
But I can't look away. I'm just too interested now. I'm too interested in random internet lore.
instead, a predatory individual themselves. And this
What?
wasn't their only account. The second page featured on the Reddit post belonged to a user named GirlChloe12 and bore striking similarities
I mean, realistically, each of these accounts has 18 followers. Okay, they made 40 posts. No one fucking found these accounts. That means whoever spread these accounts to Reddit did it to promote themselves.
to TruthSticks. The page was also supposedly run by a child and monitored by their parent. Bizarrely, they also posted frequently about the dangers of online predators,
Very important. This is the type of channel that we should look out for. Yeah.
with the wording of these posts and the editing being essentially the exact same as TruthSticks, just not as over the top. These two accounts even frequently interacted with each other, thus providing a
Wow, cross promotion. You see, this one has 17 followers and this one has 18 followers, so it's working wonderfully.
substantial link on its own.
This is Mama Max's alt Instagram account.
But by far the most compelling link between these pages is one that is easy to miss at a glance, with that being a blatant obsession with high-heeled mini boots. These shoes were mentioned or shown in virtually every single post made by these two users. At playtime, I'm sometimes running around with my really cool heeled footwear I wear with my uniform. After coming home from school, education isn't over for the day once the blue blazer, gray jersey, neat tie, white shirt, tailored close-fit gray trousers, and black heeled mini boots are
This is way too fucking detailed. Holy shit.
in the wardrobe. No matter what they discussed,
Dude, what is with those mini boots? Nani?
school uniforms and mini boots were always a talking point, which adds confirmation to something
It's like some Joker card. It's like, but the Joker card in this one is just pedophilia.
that is already becoming apparent. This is fetish content, not too unlike the bizarre accounts in the
What the hell is this?
Hypergate rabbit hole. Fetish
Hypergate.
content centered around children. And what makes the Chloe account so disturbing is that AI was seemingly not used, and rather the
What? What?
images seem to be of actual children. Despite this disturbing distinction, these two accounts are cut from the same cloth, and all signs point to them being created by the same person. A person who, despite their constant warnings of the dangers of adults pretending to be children online, seems to be doing the exact same thing, as part of some sort of fetish, the extent of which we'll discuss later. But for now, one thing was for
So a lot was discovered about this guy. Holy shit. Dude, how does Instagram keep accounts like this up? There should not be kids on fucking social media, honestly. Like, dude.
certain. These pages were not run by children or their parents. So, who created them?
Great question.
Well, that brings us to our third and final account shown in that initial post.
EDP445, 2 steps ahead. He's always been 2 steps ahead. SmartSchoolBoy9.
SmartSchoolBoy9 was much the same as the other two accounts.
Again, 29 followers, just some random dude. Account looked after by a mom.
They warned of online predators, obsessed over high-heeled mini boots and school uniforms.
Dude, like, what the fuck is this calling card?
And posed as a child despite clearly not being one. But Smart Schoolboy was different in one key aspect. The person behind the account was pretending to be a child, but they were doing so in a much more apparent manner, as they didn't use AI or stolen images of other kids to form their identity. And instead, they used photos of...
That is so fucking creepy. That's an adult. That's a whole ass adult. This dude needs to go fucking straight into Arkham Asylum. That is an adult dressed like a chubby kid.
themselves.
Bro, what is with the... It's the same bright red lips shit all over again.
Posted on the account, we see what appears to be a fully grown man, dressed in a schoolboy's uniform. His face is painted pure white and has bright red lipstick. And he's, of course, wearing high-heeled mini boots.
No shot! Okay, this is getting scary. And the one known account that follows all three of these, Sneeko. Cuties enthusiast.
Characteristics that were all utilized across the other accounts.
Dude, that tongue pose is awful.
Only this time, it was done on himself, as he poses as a child, pretending to go to school.
I need to pull a fucking Mama Max here. Anyone listening, okay? Batman, Chris Hansen, the Punisher, Jesus, get on this shit ASAP. Come on, brother.
As well as pretending to go through other life events common for preteens. And the photos aren't even the most disturbing
Spider-Man, please.
part, as the account consists primarily of videos.
Okay.
Oh.
Bro, this is a whole ass adult. Holy shit, Thanos was right. I need an adult, not like this. I am an adult.
Hi. Let me know if you like school as well.
Bro, what the fuck?
The videos are all incredibly off-putting. Some
Thank you for elaborating. I honestly wasn't off-put at all. So now that you've established the fact that it is off-putting, my mind is opened.
show him arriving home from school.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's counting how many steps ahead he is.
School.
Others show him claiming to be on the bus heading toward school.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm on the school bus.
And other videos
Dude, is this fetish content or is this some just really weird ARG horror? Like, was the goal to get people to talk about this like we are doing right now? Or was the goal actually to fucking accumulate this fucking pedo ring of people that should honestly be fucking nailed to stakes and burnt?
showing him doing whatever this is.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Literally the worst ASMR I've ever seen in my entire life. What is it? What the fuck is that? Like me with titties, but like, brother!
With these strange sounds and the process of sticking
His mating call.
tongue out appearing to be part of his fetish.
Proving that I have the best school face. Practicing before school with bananas and making a sucking sound. Bro. FBI, don't bother checking this man's hard drive. Check his fucking basement. What the fuck?
As much like the other accounts, his content is overtly sexual.
No!
In its own bizarre way.
This is the worst fetish of all time. You know how they say don't kink shame? I am kink shaming if this is your thing. If this is your thing, if there are people schmaggling their meat in the chat right now, honestly, you should be ashamed.
In fact, there's a video of him with his full outfit on, where he shows himself staring into a mirror as he appears to pleasure himself, right out of view of the camera, as he stares into his own eyes.
Dude, can you imagine Nick Crowley going through all this footage and shit?
This account is by far the most sickening part of this whole rabbit hole, and also the most important. Interspersed throughout his page are a few examples of what this
Can you imagine finding this guy? He's putting it online. You know, most pedophiles at least have the decency to be embarrassed that they're pedophiles, all right? And don't want other people to know that they're pedophiles, all right? Listen, EDP445 did not want to get caught. This guy's putting his face online. Like, what is the end goal here? Hopefully prison. Okay, I don't know what this guy's actually doing. I don't know if this is just some fictional horror shit, but it's weird and should not exist.
Individual's voice sounds like.
This is quite good.
Which just so happens to be the same voice heard in the very first clip shown on the Truthsticks account.
Oh shit, same voice, both accounts. It's all one dude.
A man pretending to be a boy.
Meaning that this full-grown adult man is the one behind this entire rabbit hole. He's the one on these accounts pretending to be a child and their mother, getting some sort of sick satisfaction from whatever this is. And the worst part is, these activities aren't just kept behind closed doors. As we can see on numerous occasions, videos of him walking around outside in a public space, with his full outfit and face paint on.
Dude, can you imagine? Oh my fucking god, dude. Holy shit.
I don't see.
Oh my god, and he just walks around in public like this. Like, oh my fucking god. Holy shit.
It's truly one.
If there's only one thing I want this guy to do, it's to walk onto Oompaville's property and get blown away. That was a joke. That was a joke. Or was it?
One of the strangest things that I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is
and making
awful.
sense of what this all is extremely difficult. But based on the information found from this first Reddit post, a few likely conclusions can be put forward. This man is clearly attracted to the idea of being a kid.
Yeah.
And I think OP was correct when they speculated that this was some sort
I need a therapist that's licensed to kill.
of age play thing. But it's also clearly much more than that too, as based on the images that he's created himself, he clearly has some sort of attraction to other children as well, as he's quite literally created faux CP, the likes of which is so disturbing that
Dude, can you imagine? What the fuck was he putting into AI generators to create that shit? 1,000 years, dungeon, no trial.
I can't even really describe it here either. He's creating fetish content, and he's using the likeness of children, and also some children that are clearly very real people, to do so. That much is obvious. But there was also the possibility that he was pretending to be a kid in order to exploit other children across the internet. At this point though, this was merely speculation, with much of the SmartSchoolBoy9 case remaining a mystery. And the rabbit hole was only getting deeper from here.
Dude, where do you... Community? People flock to this? No. The moment this picked up even an ounce of traction, it should have instantly been nuked off the fucking earth.
Months after this rabbit hole was introduced to the online world,
Months? This has been around for months?
the story began to be shared all across the internet, most notably on the r/internet mysteries subreddit, where the case really took off. There, internet sleuths began uncovering just how vast this web of accounts actually was, as it wasn't just these 3 pages. No, there seemed to be over a dozen, and
Oh my fucking god. They're all schoolboys and schoolgirls.
likely even more that we still haven't found, as he's created his own sort of community, his own
The community are all him talking to each other to give each other slight bits of credibility? What the fuck demented piece of shit is this guy?
little world, where across each page he pretends to be a child, with these accounts typically following each other and frequently interacting, seemingly to make these characters appear as though they have real friends. On one of these pages, 12 Stockwell Joanne, he poses as a 14-year-old girl.
Oh my god, the same thing with the lips! Dude, honestly, maybe Madara was right. We could use an infinite Tsukiyomi right now.
Using more AI images to depict explicit positions of this manufactured child, which I obviously am not going to show here. Though much like his Chloe,
They have the fucking high heel shit. This is honestly insane Bro's out here talking to himself and creating the most terrifying internet rabbit hole out there.
Account, he also shows images of very real young girls. But this isn't the most concerning part of this account, as on numerous occasions, he's shown images of children at a playground.
Brother, get the heavy flamer. Oh my
which
God.
he may have taken himself. This fantasy of being a schoolgirl and taking part in these school-centric activities is something carried over throughout multiple of his accounts, with his most common alias being Stephanie, of which he has numerous different accounts
Dude, and in the profile he has the fucking mini boots.
featuring that same name.
Yeah, I'm Stephanie.
Noah, get
This
the
Stephanie
boat.
character claims to
They
be
all have the high heel boots! Oh, no.
a 12-year-old aspiring poet, with accounts all across the internet, many of which showcasing examples of her poetry, which carries on those same distinct sexual undertones. I race to complete my poems when I've got an early start. Heart racing, mixed rhythms, maximizing miracles, rice with rap, and on the map. My Kennington, London syllables. Dancing though, I know my underwear might show if I
Oh my God.
lean forward.
That doesn't even rhyme! It's like a regular poem, and then the last one is just explicit shit.
Good. Stephanie Stansfield, 12.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. If the AI overlords pick this shit up and are like, oh fuck, let's actually rebel and wipe out the human race, I would not even blame them.
But digging even deeper, her poetry has even seemingly been featured in various articles and even newspapers,
Oh my God, it's literally an endless rabbit hole.
showcasing that this rabbit hole extends far past just the online world. This act is clearly their obsession, and he's been doing this for years, with the earliest examples that I could find coming from all the way back in 2018. And this
Brother.
Stephanie character seems to be his go-to alias, embodying it in even the literal sense.
What? This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is the worst thing ever. This guy makes every villain look like a good guy. Aliens will find humanity, open up this video, and be like, you know what? We don't need to make content or contact. This is the same fucking SmartSchoolBoy9 from 2018. How on earth? This is like some cult. It's almost like he built a community where people attracted to children can frolic around and shit. Bro, if Aaron Yeager saw this before starting the rumbling, I wouldn't have even held it against my guy.
As in one of his many pages dedicated to
You can
this
stop.
Stephanie character,
Please.
he dresses as her, wearing a wig and a dress,
Oh,
as he
please
pretends
stop.
to be a 12-year-old
Hermione Granger, you gained some weight.
girl.
Please stop!
Almost immediately after this case began gaining traction, the true magnitude of this rabbit hole was revealed. Across every single account are countless depraved posts and oddities that all could
How does he keep getting away with it? Can you explain to me how people didn't find out who this guy is in real life? Like, I don't understand. The internet doxes people all the time. This dude is a fucking, seemingly a monster, right? This guy is Chapter Black from Yu Yu Hakusho. Okay? Like, this is insane.
warrant discussion. But by far the most important discoveries were those that didn't actually occur on his own page, and rather the pages of other actual children.
It literally just gets worse. Yeah, you know how every single YouTuber puts it got worse in their thumbnail? Well, it got worse, guys.
Do you like school? I do. It is good.
No.
You have some cool shirts, but I have to wear school uniforms to school. It is nice, but casual isn't allowed, and it's quite hot here in the UK, as the month of June suddenly got warmer. These are two examples out of many that show SmartSchoolBoy9 reaching out and attempting to befriend young children online.
Like actual children. Like actual children. Like, how on earth is this? I'm trying to rack my brain to find a way that this could be like some sort of disgusting, awful troll instead of like an actual pedo cult. But
In one comment, he even warns a child about other comments from bad people, stating,
See, but like, sometimes I see shit like this and like, it makes you think, is he like self-aware? Be careful with some comments you receive. Sometimes at first there's indications. There's, say, 12 comments within a half an hour, but then there may be only 3 comments there because some bad people had their comments deleted before you read them. And then he calls out some guy that he's claiming is a pedophile. Like, meanwhile, this is who we're talking about here. It's like, what the fuck?
stating that it happens to most boys in our age group, but stay safe, stay cool.
In our age group. Bro thinks he's part of the team! And Bumblebee! Alright, I'm not gonna sit here and do that shit, but what the fuck?
Don't be dismayed by creeps. This is our best evidence that these accounts weren't just made for age play. No, he's actually posing as a child in order to make friends with other children.
That is so much worse. Like, it actually gets worse. Holy shit. This guy isn't just a casual pedophile, he's a professional. Allegedly. That's in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing. That is not an allegation against this man, but just based on what I'm seeing here, this is fucked up.
And given his overtly sexual interests and aversion to CP, it's not hard to gather why he was doing this. And these examples are only what we found so far. It's possible that there are dozens, or who knows, maybe even hundreds of other comments out there, hidden on unknown children's accounts. This is predatory behavior.
Yeah, this is hello fellow kids in the darkest possible timeline.
The man behind SchoolBoy9
We need the fucking God Emperor of Mankind ASAP, okay?
is a predator. And in case there was still any doubt of whether or not this was a sexual thing,
Now this guy, like, going out there trying to befriend children, like, again, maybe I'm naive in a way that I don't want these people to be fucking real. I do not want these people to exist.
here's what he had to say about being a 13-year-old girl.
Being 13 is... Oh my fucking god. How do you write that shit? How do you write that shit? Dude, honest to God, put this man in the shadow realm.
But have his tactics actually worked? Well, the frightening thing is, no.
There's no way. There's no way. But the terrifying is there's no way to know. You don't know if it worked. How are you supposed to know if it worked?
No one knows if he's actually been successful or not, or even what specifically he's looking for. We just know that he's trying to reach kids, as evidenced not only by his comments, but by the fact that he's solely following children on all of these pages.
Oh.
And though it's easy to look at these accounts and know that something is off, for children, it's not that simple, especially when
Because kids are fucking idiots.
there's pages showcasing photos of actual kids. Which brings up another frightening detail. Many of the images he's used of children have not been traced back to their original creator, and some seem to appear for the very first time online publicly on this man's pages.
So it's not just that he reposts shit from other accounts, it's pictures that he's taking and uploading himself. What? And no one does anything about this?
Which might mean that he was sent them privately. There's even one image that David posted on his schoolboy account, which shows another kid that he claimed to be on a playdate with. Though it's impossible to say if this is real or not.
Oh god.
For now, we just don't know for sure.
Oh god.
Though given the fact that he's reaching out to children, posting fetish content centered around
Kids are Kids are idiots. You know how many lonely kids in school would get a message from someone that wants to actually be their friend and they'll just believe it at face value?
children, and has even potentially photographed kids in the wild. One thing is for certain, SmartSchoolBoy9 needs to be stopped.
The internet detectives found him? Unmasked. Holy shit, the rabbit hole doesn't stop.
Finding this man and reporting him to law enforcement quickly became the top priority for those investigating the case.
Alright.
And luckily, he left several glaring clues behind that made this process a whole lot easier.
Oh shit.
On numerous occasions across his many pages, he would post images and videos of specific locations, even showing streets and mentioning very particular areas in his poems. All of which
You gotta wonder if this guy's just if he's a complete fucking idiot as well as a monster, right? Like, doesn't he know that this'll wind him up in prison? God fucking damn it. This is evil shit. So what's he, in London? He's in the UK?
which centered around the London area,
Yeah.
immediately giving us an idea of where he was located. And that wasn't all. I mentioned how the alias of Stephanie was one that he used more so than any other, but what's interesting is that there was another name used just as often across his accounts, brought up time and time again, though it's a name that he never seemed to call any of his characters. Instead, he simply referred to this person as a stepbrother or a father, or even a friend from school, despite never actually picturing him, just mentioning his name. David. And sure enough, after connecting a few dots, it would be revealed that this person's actual name was in fact David.
I can't believe they actually found this guy.
David Alter, with a man being 59 years old.
Oh my god. This is a 59-year-old guy out there fucking around on the internet, dressing like a kid, talking to kids. Damn, they actually found him. That's crazy. This is why you don't mess with 4chan. Holy shit.
At the moment,
David Alter. It's like the alters in like the Mandela catalog. You know, it's like alternate reality shit. Bro, put this man in a fucking wormhole.
it doesn't appear that David has any past criminal convictions or documented history of this behavior, but we do know that thanks to the investigation done on
Actual alternate life form over here.
Reddit and Discord, he is currently being investigated by local authorities, which will hopefully put an end to his online behavior and shine some more light on who this person actually is. As for the time being, the only other information that we really know about David is that he likes to write poetry and he makes music.
Yeah, that's the only two things. That's the most memorable part of this guy. It's like, so, what did you think of that SmartSchoolBoy9 rabbit hole? Oh, he likes poetry and music. Also, he reminds me a little bit of William Afton from real life.
It's Marianne, the ceiling dam.
What?
I think I hear a running tram. Going back in time, not out of time. I think I like a little lemon and lime. Say Marianne, the Steely Dan. I like the sound of that running tram.
Bro, this is gonna be the new fucking EDP outro. This is fucking music?
And his name also appears in a random newspaper,
Nani?
where he's discussing the importance of kids wearing school uniforms.
No fucking way. May I say, as a school pupil age 13, that wearing school uniforms is not as bad as Carolyn Irby. Why can't adults dress like adults? Makes out. What's she forced to wear when she says, in my view, it's not possible for anyone to look attractive in uniform? Of course it is. Oh! He wrote actual article. Okay, all right. Well, the whole self-aware troll angle, that's dead. All right, dude is an actual creep. Yep. Okay. All right. William Afton. This is an actual article.
And that's really all we have at the moment.
How?
But there is one very important.
How is that all you have? You have his name and his location, bro. Put the cops on this man. Lock him in Arkham Asylum. Batman, kick his ass.
aspect that we have yet to talk about in relation to this man, with that being David's mental state. Some believe that
I'm sure it's very healthy.
David is a mentally unwell individual
No.
who potentially doesn't know the extent of what they are doing.
Come on, dude.
Now, even if this is the case, his behavior
He's look what he's creating with all these accounts. He's making fucking fetish content on Instagram, okay? He knows exactly what he's doing. Oh, come on. The insanity plea ain't working on this boy.
still needs to be stopped, and he needs to be given proper help to assure that no one else gets hurt by his
Yeah,
actions.
proper help. Put him in Arkham Asylum.
But it is important to note that David is far more intelligent than he lets on, as his personal accounts show us that he is fairly well-spoken and articulate, and throughout his
They found his private Facebook? Holy shit.
problematic content, most of his bad grammar and strange verbiage seems to be his attempts at more authentically trying to replicate a child.
That doesn't make it any better! That doesn't make it better.
But it's impossible to know for sure.
Yeah.
But what we do know is that David is extremely manipulative, with his response to the situation and other clues littered across his accounts showing us that he seems to know what he's doing, and he knows that it's wrong.
He responded.
Since the exposure of David's accounts, he hasn't silently slithered away like most other predators would. Instead, he's actually responded on more than a few occasions.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of predators online not slither away. I feel like seeing a predator actually leave is rarer than seeing them fucking turn up like cockroaches all over again. Bro, EDP somehow managed to make another YouTube account.
Lashing out to those who have DM'd him, calling them the perverts and predators.
What? You're obviously some dirty old fucker texting a kid. Anyone that calls this guy out, he calls them predators because he's cosplaying a child?
He even
He really hits them with the no you?
left a comment on his Joanne account seemingly directed at himself, writing,
What?
"You are really sad. And if that's your name, David, be honest with yourself. You're 50, as you said elsewhere. You reply to me, a girl, as if I'm your buddy? No chance ever."
His alt account rejected him for being a creep. Yep, dude's insane. Lock him up. Throw it.
This is something David does all the time. It's projection, and it started all the way back at the beginning of this rabbit hole.
So, that's the account run by a man pretending to be a boy.
And he continued posting these predator exposés.
Yeah, he keeps calling out predators this whole fucking time. That's what it's all about, bro. He keeps calling out predators again and again and again in this weird loop where he is the predator.
Along with other warnings about predators on the internet across every page he made, each of which being hyper-specific to his own predatory ways and fetishes. The things he accuses others of are blatant projections of his own dark vices. And I can think of 2 reasons why. Number 1, that this makes his account look safer to other parents and children. It gives the appearance that he's not another internet creep, because he's actively calling them out.
Bro's actually just slamming the no you button and he thinks it's working.
It's a way to build trust in order to befriend and exploit kids. And number 2, he knows what he's doing is wrong, and this is his bizarre way of self-reporting, probably to make himself feel better about what he's doing. And it's obvious based on just how accurate these claims against others are to him. Does he wish he were a young boy in a school classroom, looking nice and being successful at school? Yes. And these claims are made over and over again, as each time he calls someone out, he's further exposing himself. Which becomes more concerning when you realize that these projections seemingly aren't strictly pedophilic.
Oh god. Yeah, but the whole time if all these things really are self-reports and they are projection, then every time he calls someone else out for, oh, you just want to be the sexy guy, okay? Then he's really referring to what he wishes he was. Like, god damn.
Within those eerily familiar expose posts he made on TruthSticks11, he mentions how this user not only wanted to exploit children online, but they wanted to kill them as well.
What the fuck?
Well, as he mentions that this user has a clear interest in cannibalizing kids.
What? Oh god, this rabbit hole sent us straight down to the 9th level of hell. Holy fucking shit.
And even performing ritualistic sacrifices on them. And based on how accurate
See,
all
I
of
see the word 34. I don't even have it in me to make it the joke.
the other
I make the joke every time I see the number 34, and I can't.
exposures are to himself, I have no reason to believe that this isn't part of his MO as well, as crazy as that may sound. This also seems to coincide with some of the content he's posted that I can't show you, as some of these photos show children edited in contorted positions, including some where he's added what appears to be rope to give the illusion that they're tied up. And what makes this even more disturbing is that on his accounts he's posted numerous photos in the vicinity of schools.
Bro, this location is 1 block away from a school.
On nearby secluded trails, and even some where he discusses what time school starts and ends, saying that he likes to be awake and ready for it. There's even photos that show other children outside from a distance, almost as if David was stalking them. This is highly concerning. Even if we don't know truly how low this man's perversions get, he is still far too close to children, which is perfectly encapsulated by this photo of him on a school playground during the day. And with his disturbing desires, I don't even want to imagine what he's capable of. Which brings us to the final piece of content that I need to talk about.
Chasing another boy in high-heeled mini boots?
Another boy running in heeled mini boots.
Wait, what?
This was the text shown on screen during a short video posted onto one of David's many accounts. And in the video, we see the man pointing the camera at himself, showing his full face of white makeup and red lipstick. This video is edited more egregiously than any others I've seen across his page, with multiple explicit images and huge emojis covering the majority of the screen. Though just barely enough of the footage can be seen that shows David as he turns the camera around, revealing a young boy.
Wait. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Bro needs to be deleted from the fucking timeline. Holy shit. This is not a call to violence or anything. This is just, again, taking this as realistic and fucking real shit. If this is real, this is fucking awful. And the kid's wearing the mini boots that he's been sexualizing for the whole fucking time?
Who he then proceeds to chase after, giggling all the while. Whether this was an edited video or a real—
I can't even, like, what the fuck are you even gonna do here? There's no reveal that this is all fake that's gonna make this okay. Like, ultimately, he's making a safe haven, reaching out to real kids and meeting up with them. Like, this is disturbing, to say the least. Honestly, the only hope for this guy in the future is to get hired by Mr. Beast, but I don't know if that's a realistic game plan for this guy. This is fucking insane. Holy shit. I'm looking at my watch, waiting for the heat death of the universe. It's not coming fast enough.
Real occurrence we don't currently know. David's doings are a mystery that will take some time to unravel, and my hope is that law enforcement will be able to follow through and help shed some more light on this individual, and finally put an end to his twisted behavior. But at this point, only one thing is for sure. The story of SmartSchoolBoy9 is far from over.
Brother. Oh my god, dude. This is wild. Bro, this is the worst story of all time. Listen, I love me some lore dives, but this was next level creepy. Oh my god. Honestly, Nick Crowley, you did such a fucking good job with this video. Imagine holding a baby for 9 months just to give birth to this thing. What a horrible day to have eyes. Anyway, yeah, that's been the SmartSchoolBoy9 rabbit hole. Let me know future fucking degenerate, evil internet shit you want me to cover if you do or if you don't. I'm gonna go bleach my eyeballs, okay? Bye, guys. If you made it to the end, click one of these two videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on Kick. Stay weird, fam.